Hey McLean, I'm Erica.
And I'm Lyssa. Wow, school was canceled. Again. I'm beginning to forget what it ever felt like.
Oh, well, not me. I'm just glad we don't have to wake up early anymore. I swear I will forever have the trauma of waking up at 6 every day ingrained in my DNA.
Oh, I didn't wake up early. I was just late every day.
Yeah, that's on brand for you. Now for WMHS News.
Online classes were canceled yesterday, and today's office hours have also been canceled. The FCPS technical teams are working hard to resolve connectivity issues. Due to the security issues many classes throughout the county experienced earlier this week, from now on students will only be able to access their classrooms by signing into Blackboard and following the links posted in each course. In the coming days, make sure you pay attention to your FCPS school's email account, Google Classroom, or whatever medium your teachers contact you with for important class updates. More information about this can be found on the FCPS website link below.
Third quarter has been extended to April 24th in order to allow students to turn in any missing work to bring up their third quarter grade. FCPS has determined that fourth quarter grades can bring up students' grades up by 1 grade distribution if they demonstrate proficiency and complete work during distance learning. Students should have learned about the grading system on their first day of distance learning, but if you missed it, look for more information on the syllabuses provided by your teachers.
Although the distance learning program has been paused this week, the schedule for next week will stay the same. Red Day classes will occur on Tuesdays beginning at 9:15 a.m., so you will need to go to your first period teacher's online classroom via Blackboard at that time. First period will run until 10 a.m., followed by third period from 10:30 to 11:15, an hour for lunch, then fifth period from 12:15 to 1, and seventh period from 1:30 to 2:15. Silver Day classes will be held on Thursdays starting at 9:15 and ending at 1. Be sure to reach out to your teachers if you have any concerns about the schedule or the workload.
Speaking of feeling overwhelmed, FCPS is offering additional mental wellness resources during these difficult times. Parents can schedule 30-minute phone consultations for their students who are experiencing anxiety, depression, or any other issues. McLean's mental health clinical team is also available to help, so please reach out to our school psychologists, Mrs. Warfall and Ms. Parker Lewis, or our school social worker, Ms. Jerome Featherson, if you would like to talk. You can also text NEEDHELP to 85511 at any time. Now to Kate with the weather.
Hey McLean, it's Kate with your weather. Today we'll experience cool weather, reaching a high of 58 and a low of 36. We'll see clear skies with some clouds coming in later in the day. Now for your 3-day weather forecast. On Saturday, temperatures will drop a bit and we'll see highs of 56 and lows of 38. We'll also be seeing some rain earlier in the day, but it'll clear up later, leaving the perfect weather to go for a walk. On Sunday, the weather will clear up and the temperatures will rise again, reaching highs of 68 and lows of 49. And finally, on Monday, the weather will turn back around with some scattered showers dropping to highs of 61 and lows of 44. That's all for your weather. Now back to your anchors.
Thanks, Kate. FCPS is continuing to offer grab-and-go meals at some schools, along bus routes and at other locations around Fairfax County. Details on locations and times are available on the FCPS website or the link below.
The Highlander News magazine released a special coronavirus edition of the Highlander last week. If you are a McLean student and would like a copy delivered to your home free of charge, check out @MHS Highlander on Instagram and click the link in their bio. Be sure to follow them for more McLean News updates while you're there.
Unfortunately, all spring sports have been canceled for the remainder of the school year, but be sure to follow @McLean Athletics on Instagram and Twitter to help celebrate McLean High's senior spring athletes. Now we'll go to Ratik with an update on your national and international sports.
Hey McLean, it's Ratik with your sports. In your esports news, professional League of Legends player Eliong Peng, better known by his gamertag Doublelift, is up for trade. The professional team Evil Geniuses are leaving the Rainbow Six Siege circuit after thanking their fans through a tweet on April 15th. In other news, due to the lack of sporting events, people have been flocking to marble racing, known for its riveting commentary and creative names. Check out this link to watch one of our must-see marble races by Gel's Marble Run. That's all for your sports. Now back to your anchors.
Thanks, Ratik. Now for your global news. President Trump halted funding to the World Health Organization on accusations of being too pro-China, although he had tweeted in the early days of the outbreak to praise China and the World Health Organization's efforts. A review of the organization's pandemic response is currently underway.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo extended the stay-at-home order until at least May 15th in order to avoid the reignition of the now declining virus. He is also requiring all New Yorkers to wear a mask while in public. More than 14,000 people with COVID-19 have died in New York State, where the number of confirmed cases makes up about 1/3 of the total number of cases in the U.S.
The unemployment number has climbed drastically in the past 4 weeks, nearly canceling out all of the jobs gained since the Great Recession. The $349 billion emergency small business lending program has all been distributed. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin and Democrats will meet in order to increase the funds to the program immediately. To help individuals, more than 80 million Americans received stimulus checks via direct deposit on Wednesday, but those waiting for paper checks may have to wait several more weeks.
The best part of this time at home has been getting to know my sister better.
Oh, really?
Sure. Let's watch Brendan and Lindsay get to know his brother Connor better instead.
Alright, I'm Brendan, and this is my brother.
Hi.
And we're gonna ask him some questions. Do you play any instruments?
Yeah, I play the trumpet, and recently I've started playing the trombone for college marching band. It's a lot of fun.
So how's college going?
Oh,
Given the recent
well,
events.
well, overall, it's definitely a challenge, and it's not going to be easy, but I do expect that it can at least survive the semester.
Any tips on that? How to survive the semester?
Yeah, don't procrastinate. Try and have some structure in your life. Me right now, absolutely no structure.
Do you fear death?
No, just because it's too far away to think about it.
That's what we thought about renewable energy. So, besides lying about your education, what are other things you've been doing to pass the time during
Lying
quarantine?
about my education.
You heard me. Answer the question.
Busier than ever. One final question.
I don't think it's been 10.
I don't care. Why is my head so much bigger than yours? Look at that. Look how big my head is. Thanks, Matt. I'm sure you're going to have a fun time editing this. All right.
Thanks, Brendan and Connor. Hey, Erica, I just realized we've been in quarantine so long that I think I've run out of stuff to do on my phone.
That's impossible. Maybe Arman and Luke have some app recommendations for us.
App review. Today, we're reviewing our top 10 app picks from the App Store.
Hey Arman, before we start, can I borrow your phone to download some apps?
Oh, sure, no problem.
Thanks. Now for the app review.
Number 10, Helix Jump. So Helix Jump, I think it's a great app because it passes the time. I don't do my homework. Instead of not doing my homework, I play Helix Jump.
At number 9, we have Rider, a game where you drive a car to reach the top score.
Number 8, now with quarantine social distancing, if you want to do group FaceTime, let's say someone has an Android and you can't do group chat FaceTime, do House Party. They have little games in there. It's pretty fun. You can lock the room for some privacy. If you want to talk to someone alone, I think House Party is a great app for talking for group FaceTime.
At number 7, we have Minecraft, the classic blocky game that we all know and love.
Number 6, Tasty. Tasty is like a cookbook app made by BuzzFeed, and they have excellent recipes. Even they have recipes made for quarantine if you have limited ingredients. I think it's great.
At number 5, we have Dragonvale, the game where you raise your pet dragons.
Number 4, Clash Royale. Clash Royale is a 1v1 game where you can play with people around the world and compete with your friends. It's a great game to do tournaments and to win money.
At number 3, we have Geometry Dash, the music game where you try to reach the goal.
Number 2, my best pick is Amaze. Amaze is a new game this year, and basically it's like a maze, but the trick is that you can't go in circles. You can only go up and sideways.
At number 1, we have Temple Run, the app where you try to run as long as possible.
That's all for app review. Now back to your anchors.
Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing for the rest of the day.
So much for family togetherness. If you'd like to submit an announcement for the next episode of WMHS News at Home, send it to mhsbroadcastnews@gmail.com.
Yeah, and keep social distancing.
Stay safe, McLean.